Well, as you can see, no intro. My computer bit the dust and took all my files. So I can, I still have the audio. I could probably put that up. Not that worried about it right now. You know why? Because everybody in this world is freaking out. If you've been quarantined for 2 weeks, or now 3 weeks, like myself, that's a whole different story. But I'll get into that here in a minute. But when you've actually run out of food and go to the grocery store and notice that, there's a sign up saying only 2 bags of lettuce, that there's no lunch meat, there's hardly any meat, regular meat, they're sold out of pasta, sold out of chicken, I guess would qualify as meat. Obviously toilet paper, paper plates, all that. I don't want to think of myself as a prepper. I like to think of myself as prepared. Staying at home for 3 weeks has finally got to the point where I'm running low on a few things. And not that I can't survive, but if I can replenish my stock, then I probably should. However, there's people out there who see that they have ground beef in and decide to throw 10 packets of ground beef in their cart and try and run up to the register and check out before anyone else can get their precious little meats. I said it a long time ago. You should probably always be ready for a natural disaster. It doesn't have to be the coronavirus. It doesn't have to be a pandemic. You know what it could be? It could be like the tornadoes that recently hit Nashville. It could be 5 minutes of absolute terror and then everything's changed. You shouldn't have to always be set that there is going to be someone at the store. I'll just bring that up real quick. They all over the country, they're putting in these emergency declarations and saying that, stay home if you can, unless you're an essential employee. Essential employees being, restaurants and grocery stores and places like that. Well, here's the thing. It's really sad that in 2020, I'll say 50 to 75 years ago, people could stay at home and live on what they had. If they ran out of bread, they made bread. If they ran out of eggs, They ran outside and got eggs. Now, I'm not saying, that everybody can be an urban farmer, but I am saying that people put way too much stock in there's always going to be a Walmart. There's always going to be a Target. There's always going to be insert major grocery chain here. But what happens if there's not? How many of you can honestly live if there was no grocery stores? And they're saying that grocery stores are essential. I kind of have to agree, because I don't think there are very, very many people in this world right now who can survive with having to catch their own food. I still think that, bartering is the best thing to be. If I have, X and you need X and have Y, then I trade you X for Y and we all go our separate ways happier. But it's scary that there are people who can't find what they need out in the open without going to a grocery store. Places like Dick's Sporting Goods and Gander Mountain or whatever those outdoor places are, selling out of ammunition left and right. Martial law, martial law. One, you shouldn't have to worry about it. You really shouldn't.